Welcome back to Tim's Adventures. On this episode, we're going to get stuck into ripping out all this wiring. Alright guys, so I'm going to start on this side. Get off the ground cable. Alright, so got rid of the ground. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut all these wiring tabs off here. There's more down here. Come on. Alright. Now we just need to pull the headlight. Alright. And we've already disconnected these indicator and the front little side light. Just try and pull him up. Oh no, we still have the indicator plugged in. We do have this cable out. So, if we can get into this hole. Don't think I'm going to get it. First we need to remove this. Alright, so I got the screws out, and if you're trying to remove this, there's two tabs on this side that you have to push in. You can get them in from the front grille. Unless you can just get to this connector. What you need to do is twist it out, which I don't know if I'll get this connector out. I'll try. Alright, so I'm going to put the light back in, that way it doesn't get broken or anything while I'm pulling the whole harness out. I'm also just going to put this guy back in and put his screws in as well. Keep him safe. Now he's removed. Get this whole wiring out of here, and we'll just start working our way across the top until we get to the other side. They're probably just more clips from underneath. You can actually see the clips on this side. Just grab some pliers, squeeze it and push it through. You can get a shot of that. Squeeze it. Of course this one's harder. Once it's and push it through. Just do that to all of them. Alright. Now I should be able to just pull this harness out. I'm guessing it goes through something on this side. Yeah. Goes through a hole where you'll have to take this bolt out, these two bolts. So these two. Alright, if you just remove the top bolt completely and loosen the bottom one, you can just rotate this guy down and you can get the harness out. So just do that to the other side. Alright, so I pulled all the passenger side out and I labeled them all with light and stuff. Lights, indicators and everything. This was for vacuum or boost. I don't know, the system had a very complicated thing over this side with lots of boost lines. All this will be gone because this is alternator and compressor. So that will just be cut off. And then got it all out. Same with this side. Just labeled everything. Like horn and stuff. And then in here we have the pumps that go into this tank. There's two of them. You don't have to pull them out, but it's a bit crusty. So I pulled both of them out and I'm going to disconnect them. And then everything else over here is done. And then unfortunately this is my front bonnet cable and this has all gone through it. So I got to weave it all through that, so that's nice. And then we're going to head underneath the battery tray and over to the mess that is where everything joins. Alright, we got all that out. You just need to go into here. Alright, on this I had lights. I don't know if you can see it. Lights for night driving. Forward driving. I'm just removing these cables because they're actually getting in the way now. Because they run up through this area on top of everything. So I have to remove that to get rid of stuff. This is also the aerial, which also runs on top of everything. So that needs to probably get removed and pulled through before I can easily get to all the wiring. Although he's not too bad, but this one certainly is. And yeah, just still labeling everything and trying to pull it all up to here. Alright guys, so we disconnected our Red Arc battery charger for a second battery, which is this cable, and then this is the cable that went to our air compressor, which was hooked up through this some amount of amps. There it is, 100 amp, because the air compressor takes like 90 amps. It's actually tripped this when it gets too hot. So these aren't the best. It was actually hooked straight to the power side, so it actually wasn't using it. Now we're going to start on all the relays that's under this panel on the right side. So there was a ground up in here for everything, and we're just going to, it's a case, and we're just going to disconnect all these and hopefully remember what they all are. But it does tell you what some of them are, although I don't know if these ones correspond to the guy over here or what, because they don't actually hook to this, but who knows, we'll see. So I've taken out all these fuses and relays, and they're all bolt screwed into this back. The very last one has two there. There's one at the top here, and then there's one below, and then there's one at the front here. But behind that, in this hole, if the camera's gonna see it, down there, that little bit of shiny circle is the bolt head for the tank. So you have to take this entire, all these out just to get that tank out. Pain in the ass. Alright, so I got all the wiring pulled up here. Got all the other random wires moved out of the way for all the extra lights and stuff I have, and all these big wires are out of the way. And all there is down the bottom there, which you can't see, is the grommet for the firewall. Now I don't know which way I want to take this, if I want to go pull this all in or pull it all out. I haven't seen how much is inside, so it really depends which has a bigger mess, because like, all these would have to be taken out of the connectors, and then all these relays and fuses will all have to be disconnected. So hopefully the inside will be easier to pull out, but we'll see. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.